When I started in mathematics, I didn't think about prizes. I just wanted to get a position where I could make a living from mathematics. Your Royal Highness, Minister, Major, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. So I have to read this to get the right title. I was very much honored to get the Abel Prize. I've now, at the beginning of my career and at the end, I've gotten the two highest honors in mathematics, and they make nice cornerstones of my career. When I started in mathematics, I didn't think about prizes like, well, there was only the Fields Medal, no Abel Prize, and I just wanted to get a position where I could make a living from mathematics. So I've come a long way. The Abel Prize shows Norway's big regard for science. Well, Norway has, for most of the time, has been ruled by foreign kings, and so the national heroes did not work by the sword, but by the pen. And in mathematics, there's of course Abel, but there's also Lie and Seelberg, which left their mark. We Germans have a bad reputation because we did many bad things, but Abel had a good time in Berlin. He published things in the Krelle journal, which gave this journal a tremendous start. And his famous memoir was lost by somebody else. In my work of Mordell, I used Abelian varieties. So Abelian varieties were a hot topic in the time when Abel studied them. Started with elliptic curves, which have also group structure, and which is, well, this was also part of the theorem of Mordell, not the conjecture. And more complicated curves, there's also a group, but the groups are called Abelian varieties, and they have higher dimension, and they play an important role in my mathematics and mathematics in general. And it's sort of, it's a basic tool. It's like a train line. Maybe in the beginning it's an adventure to build it, but once it's built, you just take the train and worry whether it may be late, but use it as a tool. I had the good luck to be present at the inauguration of the Abel Prize. This was in the year 2002 for the bicentennial. There was a conference, and I was on the scientific committee. It was a very pleasant committee because there was a chairman, Mordell, who did all the work, and we only had to say from time to time, we fully agree with what you do, what you propose. And so I thought I should do some work for this committee, and I read Stupauk's book on Abel, and so I learned a lot about Norway at this time. And also, we had a pilgrimage afterwards to Abel's birthplace at Froland, and it was very nice, so I understood lots about Norway. Abel had a teacher, Holmboe, and also had a teacher, Lastold, at Münster, who was a very nice professor. And I remember I gave a talk on algebraic geometry, and I attended it, and soon I was the only listener, but so I got good advice from him. One advice was to read Grothendieck, which at that time, well, he was very active, but some people didn't like him. But I liked him because somebody said his work was locally trivial, which meant that, there were lots of sentences, but each of them I thought, well, that's clear. What does he make such a fuss? But then at the end, he had proven a big theorem, and so I was very impressed. Well, I had some contact with Grothendieck, but this was later. And my teacher also had a friend, Miro, in Paris, who had ideas about the Mordell conjecture. And I found them interesting. I thought, well, yeah, as a young guy, you always have to find a topic to work on, and you want something which is interesting and which is not too crowded. And so I thought about ideas of Mordell. I could work on it. I would get something interesting, maybe not prove it, but I mean, as a mathematician, you are satisfied if you get some results. But then there was a surprise. I managed to prove it, and then I became a star of the field overnight. And then I mean, there was much excitement in Germany, but I decided I wanted to go to the US, and I went to Princeton, which is a small town, but I liked it, and there I had a very good time. I got married before, I got my 2 daughters, and also I got the Fields Medal, so it was raining manna from heaven. And then, but after 10 years, I decided I wanted my daughters to be German, and so I came back to Germany, and I got at the Max Planck Institute in Bonn, which was founded by Professor Herzeburg. And I mention him because in 2002 at the bicentennial, you also got an honorary degree. So I profited from my work, and I had a much better time than Abel. Yeah, thank you very much.